Hi everybody, it's Annie. I moved my camera around, so I'm hoping this is going to be a little bit better. I don't know, we'll see. So anyway, I know I'm behind, but I saw somebody's video on these wallets, and I know I've looked at a bunch of them since then, but maybe Firefly Studio 67 and Shabby Dabby Doodah and gosh, I don't know. I've looked at a bunch of videos, but anyway, I thought I wanted to try one of them, but mine's a little small because what got me wanting to do it, I had got a package in the mail, and it was a pretty big box, and it had a small item, and they had put a lot of paper in it. It was, I mean, a lot of paper, and it was just this flimsy stuff, like not even as thick as what a lunch bag would be, but just about. But there was just loads of it, and I thought, well, there's something I can do that. And anyway, I had remembered people making these with lunch bags, and I thought, well, I'll just put that paper together and it'll sort of be like a lunch bag. But it worked, you know, no big thing. It was close enough. And I had these digitals from my porch prints, and I just loved these, and so I just printed me out a little bit of it. And anyway, it evolved into me making a small mini journal that fit in here, and I made a few mistakes, nothing too bad, but it was a learning experience. The paper worked great, just putting it together. But anyway, I'm rambling, so let me just show you so we don't stay on here all day. And I just made my closure like this with the eyelet. I had a bunch of these eyelets like this, and so that let me put this bigger lace in it, because outside of that I got small ones. But anyway, I just like covered mine all over and kind of left some of the brown, and I did sew all the way around it just to make it a little more sturdy. So and I put paper on, two of the brown paper together, paper on the outside, and I also lined it with paper. So there's 4 layers of paper and glued together, and I also sewed it, so it feels pretty sturdy. And I also put some gussets in mine because I wanted to try that out and see how that worked. It wasn't hard, worth it, just took a few minutes. But like I said, mine kind of evolved, and I had all these scraps left, and I had been printing out some of the porch prints, just trying to figure out my color on my printer. And so I had made them real small, so I had all these small flowers and prints and stuff, and so it worked out perfect. And I thought, well, I'm not going to waste this stuff, so I ended up just making this like little mini journal, and it fit just perfect in here. If I made it any bigger, it was perfect to fit in here. So I feel like I've got you guys too close. But anyway, it's just like I said, I made a little mini journal, and it is small, and just wrapped it up in some lace just because it was so small. But when I printed out those porch prints, it had I had the smaller, printed out the tags smaller, tabs, just the print itself was smaller, so it looked really cute. And so I just made a little thing and here's one of the flowers after I got the color right, where it had been, I had reduced it. And of course I sewed all the way around the cover and put tea dye on the inside just to you know, can't get used to this, just to make you know, to make it a little sturdier. And because I did leave a lot of writing space in this as far as that went, so yeah. And Okay, let's see, it done been on here 5 minutes. So let's just get started here. See how small I reduced these? These are like little you know, cards, little tags. And these were these were journaling cards. And I did make those are super small, but I did line the back of them with some other paper, and I did sew around them just to make them a little sturdier. And here's another one that I used for just made a little pocket out of that one. So anyway, it's like I said, I left plenty of writing space in it, and just these are some scraps off of some of the papers with the flowers I used, the journaling page, so I just put them in here. Another little journaling card, and this right here was an envelope that I had reduced down and printed out, so I used it. I just put it in with a with a paper clip. And then there's another one, little flowers I printed out. I just stuck that there, and you can do whatever you want with it. And just plain pages on a lot of this. And there's some of that paper I used that I got. And then here's some of the little tabs. I think there was 4 of those, and on the page, so I used 3 of them in here. And these are just papers that I just had laying over here, and I've kind of learned my lesson trying to use these things up when I make something, because it just gets out of control on me. It really does. Next thing you know, I've got a pile of stuff that I have no idea what I'm going to do. Anyway, here's another little piece of the paper I had left, and some more of those little tags. Here's another side of the paper I had left. I done some stamping. I just stamped those lines. I've done some stamping here on this. This is the middle, and I just sewed down the middle of mine. And here's another little one of the flowers I fussy cut, and another one of the little little tags. Another piece of leftover paper. I really used almost all of my leftovers, except for one sheet. I had a big sheet of the porch print left. I just love this paper. So I did have that, but it's a whole sheet, so I'm sure I'll use it. But I used almost all of my scraps. I think I had one tab left, and this right here, I just ended up making a flip out of that. A little scrap of the paper, done some stamping, sewed around this scrap, used it for a tuck spot, and just tucked a little flower in because I thought they was really pretty, and they added some color. Another scrap, and I just made a little pocket here, and another tab. I really like these little tabs because when you got it shut. Some more stamping, and then that's the back of it. Another piece there, a few little tags, and a little fussy cut out of that. I don't know, they turned out really pretty. And then the back of it, I thought the back of it was real pretty too. But see, you can see the tabs. Well, I'm gonna have to get used to this. You see the tabs when it's shut, and none of the papers are even. They're not even with the book or anything. So anyway, that is what I ended up making for that, and it was just, I didn't intend to make it. It just happened. So yeah, I thought it was real cute. So anyway, that was that. And I also started out getting rid of scraps once again. I'm never going to get rid of my scraps. So I ended up making these things with the eyelets, a few of them, because I've got a little piece of burlap paper over here, and so I started doing that stuff. My phone's ringing. So I done them for some journals in the future, and I also started, and I also made some bags because I had to have something to put the little fussy cut flowers. And so these are just some parchment paper bags that I just started making. And just ended up doing that. Just done some stamping on this one. It's got a little pocket. You can stick something in there if you want to. This one I kind of fancied up. Maybe I thought I might use it for a journal. And these are the 2 bags that I sewed. They're quite large. This one I got my larger flowers in, because there's some of those that I fussy cut that they're pretty big. And then I made this smaller one for the smaller flowers. And they're just plain. I'm just keeping, you can see to them, and I'm just going to keep them for my little fussy cut flowers and stuff. So that's all my little projects that I've been working on. And I've been on here for 10 minutes, and that's entirely too long. So, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. And leave me a comment, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.